Alright, you weren't expecting purple shorts, were you? Alright, welcome to Full Body Blast, everyone. Coach Matt here, ready to take you through some work this lovely Thursday afternoon. Hope you're ready for it. The sun is out, it is shining, it is a beautiful day. Let's get in a beautiful workout. So we're going to start standing. We're going to work to mobilize a little bit. We're going to go nice wide stance, kind of just hinging over into one leg. Kind of get a nice good stretch through the inside of that leg, come back up, going to the other side. I know I mentioned this before, but we do have Unravel just prior to this class. I'm not sure if you were on that class or not, but it will precede every Full Body Blast class throughout the week. And I highly recommend that you do join Unravel if you're able prior to coming into Full Body Blast. Great way to really get a little bit more extended warm up and to mobilize so you really get the most out of this class. Alright, of course I know that schedules are a little bit all over the place, but if you do have that option and you maybe haven't explored it before, it's a great thing to throw into your workout, even if it's just a couple times a week. So now, instead of coming kind of up and over as we've been doing, we're just going to work to kind of slide across here and just further promote the opening of those hips. Maybe we can stay a little bit lower as we go through this as well. I can certainly feel the inside of my left leg is a little bit tighter than my right leg, so I'm going to stay here just a touch longer. But we got some good work for you today. Of course, we'll be doing a little bit of lateral work. We're going to throw in some transverse plane stuff, which we don't work all that much. Let's go one more time across each way here. Starting to feel quite a bit more loose. And then we'll bring it down to the ground, work to stabilize those shoulders. Then we'll get to a high plank position. Then we're just going to open up for some T-planks, reaching that hand to the ceiling, actively pointing those fingers, bringing that back down and to the other side. So as we kind of alternate between these T-planks, then take a moment to kind of pause at the top of each position in that full T. Really establish that plank here on all fours, and then to the other side. So we're just looking to kind of slowly load those shoulders, get those used to get some blood pumping through them. Put a little resistance on them as well. We'll go one more time each side. Hopefully you have some time to get out and go for a walk today. It's 60 degrees, which is a certain amount of degrees Celsius. All right, kneeling position. We're going to take that foot instead of out front. We're going to kind of just open that door a little bit, so we're kind of 45 degrees. And we're just going to push through into that knee, just a little bit more through that hip. So like I said, we're going to do a little bit of transverse work today, and this is kind of the direction that we'll be moving. Just a little exercise knowledge for you. So we typically operate in 3 different planes. We have this kind of side to side, as we call our frontal plane. We have kind of our front to back, that's our sagittal plane, and then we kind of have this rotating top to bottom as our transverse plane. We're going to have some work in that today. So, going to the other side, there's typically the 3 planes of motion that we'll move into. When we talk about exercise variety, we usually try to kind of incorporate some of that lateral work into that frontal plane work that we don't necessarily get as much of. Typically, we're very kind of sagittal plane work. Think about kind of squats are in that plane, you know, bicep curls, front lunges, back lunges, things of that nature, all in that sagittal plane. No quiz on this. This is just for your own knowledge. All right. So let's go ahead and get up and get to work. Let's see what the transverse plane looks like. So typically it's going to be like a lot of rotational stuff. That's kind of that top to bottom thing, but we're going to do some transverse lunges to start. So I'm going to start on this leg, which may be mirrored to you. which may look like my left leg, but it's actually my right leg. Other leg, we're going to come up into a balance, just because it's Thursday, you know, I got to work on that. But we're going to take a kind of step and turn into our lunge. All right, and we're going to push back and come back to that balance. So our transverse lunge is going to look like we're stepping and rotating, pushing back up, and we're trying to find that balance again. All right, so we're just going to get a few going on this side. Right, if you need to, if you're not quite in that balance, we can keep that leg a little bit closer to the ground, so we can just kind of tap that toe when we need to. All about different ways to progress and regress these movements. Boom, let's go one more on this side. Ooh. And relax, we'll switch to the other side of our space. I'm going to go for that other leg. I'm going to start in a balance just to check in and see where we are on this side today. Then we're going to take that long step, sinking down into that lunge, and a little bit of powerful push back to standing. So I'm trying to get that back knee as close to the ground as possible. I'm not going to get all the way down because that kind of defeats the purpose of the lunge. And we're going to get just above the ground so we kind of feel that tension, push back and up. So this leg that's down right now, when I lunge, I will pivot this foot around so I'm kind of squared up in that lunge. So I'm not putting any undue stress onto that ankle. We'll go one more time on this side. So that will kind of pivot, and just another way to add variety into a lunge. All right, now we're going to take the next step up from that lunge. You know, we got to get some bounds, right? So we're going to go our beloved lateral bound, except we're going to do that same transverse plane as it gets very dark in here. Okay, so what we're going to do is get that same leg balance. All right, so think about that lateral lunge, or that transverse lunge, excuse me, but we're just going to bound. All right, hopefully we're going to keep a little bit better balance at each end. Boom. There we go. So we're kind of opening the door, kind of jumping behind us. So we're not actually going to do starting from the other side, because this is going to be the same motion on this leg. We're opening that door, kind of jumping behind us. Okay, so we're just going to kind of do this one direction back and forth, which will keep us even from that left and right sides. Okay, I know we all like symmetricalness. All right, so we're bounding back and forth in this transverse plane, kind of taking a moment to find that stability at the end of each balance. You know, we kind of did a little bit of this on Monday, but I haven't really worked in that transverse plane, so we're going to make sure we get that. And we can't be stealing my Thursday balanced lateral bound glory. That's what you all came here for, right? Make sure you get that lateral work. Let's go one more each way. Boom. And boom. I feel a lot more coordinated than I do on Monday. That's for sure. All right. And then we're just going to add a little bit of hip hinge in here with some inchworms. We're going to throw a little push up here at the bottom as well. So pushing those hips back, getting those hands down, walking it out. I know we usually do these kind of walkouts, good push up for our kind of warm up movements, but we can always throw these into the middle of the workout to kind of complement other movements that we're doing. Let me just push that back, walk it up. So it's one thing that I've kind of been working on more myself, is that kind of at the ends of sets, or kind of between sets even, as opposed to kind of a strict active rest, I like to do a little bit more kind of mobility work in the middle of my workout. Just to make that rest time a little bit more efficient since this work at home. We're gonna do one more here. Working from home has really put us in that space of efficiency, right? These workouts tend to be a little bit shorter. So if I can get the same amount of benefit out of a 25, 30-minute workout as I would normally out of a 40, 45-minute workout, why would I not take that opportunity, right? So we're gonna be kind of mixing in some of that mobility at the same time. All right, we're gonna go one more round of those 3 movements. We're gonna start off with that transverse lunge. Just focus on getting a little bit deeper if you can. Maybe a slight pause at the bottom. I want you to really focus on driving up off that foot back to stand. All right, I forgot the balance part. Working on balance today. Boom. Boom. All right, if you can get that knee up, that's got a nice little serving platter. That's what we would like to see. All right. This is a good movement to do kind of barefoot as well. Work those small muscles of the foot. Last one. Cool. Switching sides. So yeah, doing that barefoot, kind of work all those small muscles of the foot that you may not work in your regular workouts. And push it up. Ooh, a little too powerful. It's a good thing as well. You never really realize how good your body is at self-regulating and kind of auto-correcting itself. So if you were to measure how much force it takes to press off this foot, get you back to a balance, right? Not really something that you would kind of defeats the whole purpose there. Not something that you would really be able to calculate without tools, right? But your body has a way of kind of, through trial and error, figuring out exactly how much force you need to get back here, as opposed to overshooting, right, or undershooting. Cool. Go ahead and finish that last one. We'll move on to bounds. But yeah, just a cool, fascinating thing about the human body. So we're gonna go one more round on these bounds, getting this knee up, pushing over, finding that balance, pushing back. Getting that nice rotation. I do like to throw those arms to kind of help with that momentum and kind of pulling that center of gravity back down into a stable grounded position. Of course, you do not have to. All right. Ooh. But I like to incorporate that whole body here. Even my lungs and my vocal cords. We're gonna go 2 more times. And last one here. And relax, cool. So a good way to kind of work on that balance if you want to kind of isolate that balance a little bit. We don't even have to do that full bound. You can really even just take this like in place. All right, just put a little more dynamics on your balances. All right, let's go to those inchworms. Maybe long sleeves on a 60-degree day wasn't the best choice. We're gonna take a nice little hinge. We're gonna bring those arms down to the ground. We'll walk it out. All right, whatever version of push-up you want to do. If you want to throw in some clap push-ups here, you can. If you want to take those down to on your knees, that's an option as well. Whatever variety you'd like to throw in. Just looking to mobilize through those hamstrings here. Just add a little extra stability of those shoulders on the push-up. Yeah, we're gonna go 2 more here. And again, if I think I said it a couple weeks ago, but if you are working to train that cardiovascular system, you know, a really good method is just to like talk through your entire workout. then you really work on controlling your breathing, making those lungs work with less air. It's a proven method. Take it from me. I'm a professional. All right, so we're going to transition into our next block. We have 3 movements here. Be a couple down on the ground, starting with some power planks. So we just kind of came up out of that position. Our power planks, you're going to start in that high plank position. All right, kind of have 1 or 2 options here. You can hop both of those feet in and out, or we can walk those feet in and out. All right, wherever your fitness level is, those are your 2 options. So we're going to go for about 30 seconds on these, just hopping in and out. Think about this as a little bit more of that cardiovascular piece that we just talked about. So kind of shifting that weight to our hands, hopping those feet in and out. Boom and boom. All right, or you can do a combo. All right, you can hop it up and step it back. All right, whatever you want to do. It is your workout. 15 seconds there. Make sure we keep that nice, good, strong core so that back doesn't collapse. Last 5, last 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Whew. It's a good one. Just remember when we mobilize those hips in the beginning of this workout, specifically for that. All right, we're going to get back down on the ground on back sides. We're going to get some glute bridges with a reach. Okay, so we're going to set up on our back with our knees bent flat on the floor. We're going to bridge those hips up, and we're going to take one arm, we're going to reach up and across diagonally, so we get a little bit of that rotation, that transverse plane, right? Pulling back down, and then dropping those hips down. All right, hips go back up, reach to that other side, boom, back and down. All right, so it's a very controlled bridge. When we get to that reach, you're going to kind of feel one hamstring work a little bit harder, all right, which is totally on purpose. You may notice I kind of go up to my heels as I bridge. That's to just promote a little bit more hamstring work, but you can keep those feet flat for sure. Now we're going to go 1 more each way. And last one, big reach all the way up and across. I feel like I crawled about 4 feet up my mat on that one. All right, we're going to finish this off, the second block, with a little bit of that cardio work. Do some squat hooks. Okay, so what this is going to look like is we're going to squat down, and we're going to throw a nice little shadow boxing hook, all right, from the outside, bring it back to center. Okay, so we're squatting down, boom. All right, so a little, like we talked about, that rotation in that top transverse plane. Told you all about that today. All right, so we're just going back and forth, alternating those arms. We'll change in elevation with those squats. Boom. I think we really underestimate what effects on that cardiorespiratory system some boxing and some shadow boxing can do for us. If you've ever taken like a cardio kickboxing class, I always enjoy those. Nice way to just kind of use that body in a little bit different way. Let's go 1 more each side here. Finish strong and relax. All right, quick breather. Take a quick sip of water. My heart rate's up. As we say in most classes, the pace that we go at, right, I kind of cater towards the middle. You can always modify up or down from these workouts. Certainly move a little faster if you need that response, or we can slow it down if we find that that's what we need. All right, or just stick with me. Any of those options. So let's hop back down. We're gonna move back to our power plank second time around. All right, again, we're gonna do about 30 seconds. Topping those feet to our hands and back. All right, I'm taking a quick little pause at the top and at the end of these movements, but if you want to, you can certainly be a little bit more rapid with those repetitions, or again, a little bit slower. All right, I'm just gonna go right in the middle for about 10 more seconds. Keeping strong in those arms, pressing down into the ground. Final 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we're gonna go down on our backs for our planks. I'm gonna switch around to the other side. Hopefully I stay on camera the whole time. All right, so feet flat on the ground, nice good bridge up, reach up and across, pull it back down, and then that bridge comes back down. So we're looking for control through these movements, right? Certainly feel those glutes getting activated. We're going to control that breathing here as well. Purposely kind of sandwich this slower movement between two higher intensity movements. Just a good chance to kind of focus on that recovery heart rate. Focus on getting that oxygen into the lungs. Slow it down. All right, it's a good one to kind of show that when we talk about time under tension, the longer you're going through a movement, the more effort you're going to need to maintain our positioning. Let's go one more each way. Definitely feel those hamstrings going. Big reach. Come back and down. And last one. Up, reaching across. Back down and relax. All right. Hop up to our feet. Well, we've got those squat hooks. So I'm going to kind of gradually take that pace up this next round. Kind of show you what we can go for. All right. So we're going to get our good squat position. We'll do it from the side this time. All right, so let's go for it. Squat and hooking across. All right, feel free to add as much of that rotation into that body as you would like to. All right, we can kind of, again, take that pace up if we would like to. Just wherever that cardiorespiratory response is, where that threshold, go ahead and go and meet it. Getting some big movement through those arms. We're going to go about 10 more seconds. See what we can get. Make sure those squats still look good. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, take a quick little breath. We're going to finish up here with just some quick on-off lateral pogos, ESD. 60 seconds is all we're looking for here. We're going to do 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, okay? So it's going to be a very quick back and forth just to finish out with a little burner, okay? Our lateral pogos we're looking for is about kind of shoulder width apart, and we're just having both feet laterally, both feet back to that start position, all right? So it's just going to be here. Switching, moving left to right. All right, that lateral plane. We ready for it? All right, ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Moving those feet, quick, quick, quick. 10 seconds, oh no. Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. A little koala fell down. I got 2 big elephant feet pounding on the ground. All right, getting ready. Round number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. Move those feet quick, 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 back and forth. Trying to keep that upper body nice and still. Last 3, 2, 1, rest. Go, we got 2 more rounds. 2 more, we're gonna take these 10 seconds. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Moving that body back and forth. Come on. Let's stay with it, keeping those feet nice and light. 2, 1, rest. All right, take our last 10-second break. We're gonna go last 10 seconds of work here. All right, good. 3, 2, 1, go. Last time. Moving, moving, moving. Light, light, light. Lots of contacts. Finish strong. We got 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. That's going to do it for some full body blast, folks. Coach Matt here. We'll be back in just a moment for some abs class. Hopefully you enjoyed. Take a minute. Go get some water. We'll see you soon.